I hate it because it's not, first of all, it's not just about Tristan Thompson. It's something that LeBron has been doing for years. At the end of the day, they both handled it exceptionally well. They are friends. It's not for us to make a big deal out of it like there's something going on between those two. It's not about those two per se, but if you watch Tristan Thompson and the way that he reacted and the way that he kept going at LeBron James, and you looked at when Tyronn Lue came over to the huddle and tried to calm him down or whatever, he kept pointing at LeBron, like, what you talking to me for? Talk to him, because it's something that's been going on. LeBron James is the best player in the world. He's a 3-time champion. He's a 4-time league MVP. We all know what an iconic sports figure he is. We all know what a great person he has appeared to be. There's nothing to deny that. And honestly, when you look at his game, there are benefactors to his game. There are beneficiaries, rather, because when he's on the court, a lot of people look better. This ain't about that. This is about the LeBron James that tortured Mario Chalmers for years, even though Mario Chalmers comes from a military family and could take it. This is about LeBron James, who spent the last month pointing the finger at various teammates. This is about a LeBron James that has periodically done that throughout his career. If there is one thing you can point to, I mean, he's improved his three-point shooting. He's improved his free throw shooting, even though right now he's at a career worst, you know, but for the most part over the last several years, he's improved as a free throw shooter, Max. But if there is one thing that LeBron James has not improved on over a period of years, it's, dare I say, crybaby tendencies. He's quick to point the finger, and he's very demonstrative and public with it when he does so. Not in interviews, not when he's talking to the media. He would never do something like that. But on the court of play, when somebody or he believes somebody has messed up, he usually points it out, and we all know from that. But the problem with it is that a lot of times it's his fault. The greatest player in the world, because he's the greatest player in the world and because of a load he has to carry, Max, sometimes he takes plays off. Sometimes he's pointing the finger at other people for mistakes he's made. And so when you look at it from that perspective, I don't like that, because Tristan Thompson is a good dude, and LeBron knows that. That's why they're friends. And Tristan Thompson is no punk. He's not backing down. And there is no way on earth that he went at LeBron's like that just because LeBron acted the way that he acted for that one particular play. That's frustration that has been stewing up because LeBron James has spent far too much time pointing the finger at others and not at himself.
I think not only is LeBron James obviously the best basketball player in the world, he's the best leader in the NBA. And if anyone deserves the benefit of the doubt, it's LeBron James, who, whatever you want to say about the Eastern Conference, every year he gets through the Eastern Conference and to the finals. He did it with a woefully undermanned Cavs team before he ever went to Miami. Then he did it every year he was in Miami. Then he's done it every year so far, we'll see this year, since he's been back in Cleveland. When he has players with him, when he doesn't have players with him, he navigates you through the Eastern Conference and gets you to the finals. And how does he do this? By leading a group of guys, by getting them to come together as a team by the time the moment of truth arrives. That's how he does it. Let's take this for example. Look, does being a healthy team mean that there's no conflict? No. Does being a great leader mean that you're perfect? No. There's obviously some conflict on this team, but it's healthy. LeBron made a misstep, owned it, waved off the conflict when he got to the bench, realized this is going to be a big deal. I screwed up. Tristan Thompson stood up for himself. LeBron James respected it and took all of the blame, as he should have. He showed up his teammate on the court. Now, that's leadership. It's not that LeBron's perfect. He made the mistake. But leadership involves, among other things, recognizing your mistakes, owning them, getting this group of guys together ready to play for a title. He may not be successful this year. Maybe he has too heavy a hand. Maybe his teammates start tuning it out as white noise, as sometimes groups do when a guy is persistently like that. But time will tell. I'm not saying it's definite that this is that is the way he's led this team. I think about the playoffs last year when he needed to figure out a way to integrate Kevin Love in the Toronto series, basically sacrificed the game, trying to do it on his way to the finals. I think about the year before when he had to turn Matthew Dellavedova into their second best player because he didn't have any help. He's looking at this team, diagnosing the issues, and trying to solve them on his way, he hopes, to another title.
this is something that he has been doing for years. It's very, very little that you can find wrong with LeBron James as a professional. We should all be grateful for the fact that on most nights he brings, every night he's on the court, he brings it. He brings something to the table, and we got to respect and appreciate that, because we will miss him when he is gone. But the flip side is that we're talking about this particular kind of behavior where you're being a crybaby, and not only that, you're being a bully. Because if Tristan Thompson hadn't spoken up for himself, hadn't stood up for himself, would LeBron had ultimately caught his cool? I don't know if that's the case. I think it was something that he would have kept going on. But Tristan Thompson said, wait a damn minute, enough's enough.
Are you saying LeBron takes plays off defensively and then points the finger because he messed up and he's trying to deflect attention? Or are you saying that, like Tom Brady, for example, who's sometimes demonstrative through the years toward receivers, showing them up on the field, LeBron's sometimes demonstrative toward his teammates who make mistakes, because it seems that the premise is, look, I'm doing my best. You have to do your best, too. And he forgets himself sometimes. Their best isn't going to be like his best. Which one is it?
My answer to that is neither. All I can tell you is what I have been told. What I have been told is that LeBron James will make mistakes. And whether he knows it or not, he's quick to point the finger at others from time to time. It's not all the time or anything like that, but it's from time to time. And guys get upset, not just at him, but to the media for not pointing it out, because on too many occasions over years, we're not talking this season, over years, on too many occasions, they believe he has gotten a pass because he's the best player in the world. So whatever he says is gospel. If he's pointing out some mistake that somebody else made, it must be true. If he's pointing out what somebody else must have done, it must be true. And they're saying, y'all don't know what y'all watching. Sometimes it's not us. Sometimes it's him.